Hi, my name is Pedro Paez, Principal ML Architect at AWS. I'm joined here today by Adi Alamin, VP of Product at Traveloka. Today we're here to talk about Traveloka's journey to personalization, and in particular, our joint experience creating a framework to fast-track personalization across their product lines with AWS technology. In today's session, we'll look at the business benefits of applying machine learning for personalization. We'll dive deep into Traveloka's business and the road to improve their user experience and engagement. And finally, we'll see how they leveraged Amazon Personalized to onboard the recommendation engine across product lines. The ability to deliver more sophisticated experiences has evolved over time, and so has the expectation and demand from customers to receive a more personalized experience with the brands they engage with. Multiple studies show that organizations that have implemented personalized recommendations have realized significant increases in revenue and efficiency in marketing spend. By delivering relevant content, organizations see business benefits in acquiring and retaining customers, increasing engagement, driving revenue, and improving discoverability. Traditional rule-based methods are really hard to manage and scale as your user base and item catalog increases over time. It also becomes hard to create specific enough user segments that provide meaningful personalization. ML overcomes some of these obstacles and allows for real-time responsive recommendations, avoiding the popularity trap, and building segment of one relevant content that evolves with user behavior. But all of this comes with its own complexities. Organizations struggle to overcome the challenges of implementing AI/ML technologies, which often revolve around data readiness, cost, lack of skills, and complexity. AWS services provide ready-made intelligence for applications and workflows, often addressing a business problem end-to-end. So let's hear from Adi about Traveloka's experience leveraging AWS to build a recommendation engine.
Thank you, Pedro, for the introduction. Let me start by introducing about Traveloka. Founded in 2012, Traveloka was established to solve a central problem, to simplify travel from Indonesia to the world. 10 years later, we have transformed into the lifestyle super app of Southeast Asia. We have marked our presence in 6 countries: Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Our mission is to fulfill the lifestyle needs and aspirations of our users, has become the driving force behind our suite of products and services, from core travel offering to the local services and financial services. This is powered by our strong network of trusted partnerships with millions of lifestyle providers, as well as our proprietary and innovative technology. From AI recommendations to our personalized chatbot and in-house credit risk model, we offer one of the most seamless, personal, and inclusive user experiences in the industry. I am currently leading the platform product team in Traveloka. We are a central and horizontal product team. We are responsible for the common internal services that can be used by the other product teams in Traveloka, and also for the consumer-facing acquisition and engagement features. To give a better understanding, our team is like a shopping mall management. We provide and manage the common facilities in this shopping mall, bring the people in, make them stay in the mall as long as possible, and also visit as many shops as possible. In Traveloka context, my team is currently focusing to acquire and retain the users and also enable them to have a seamless discovery experience of the relevant offerings in our app or website, for example, through our homepage feed and search features. The question then becomes, how can we enable that seamless discovery experience of relevant offerings for our users, considering the dozens of product types and then hundreds of thousands of inventories that Traveloka has? We do not want to overwhelm our users with so many options. We want our users, despite their different preferences and needs, to see things or inventories that are relevant or of their interest to them when opening our app, especially in our homepage. Initially, we tried to solve this problem through a combination of manual inventory curation by our operations team and also rule-based solution, such as if the users are XYZ, then show ABC. Unfortunately, this soon proved to be not scalable, especially as we needed to regularly refresh the inventory shown to the users. And then these operational efforts and also the rules simply became too much and complex. Hence, it was error-prone too. This pain point led us to the AI or machine learning-based solutions that could deliver personalized curations of inventory for every one of our users. The promises and the potential of this AI-based personalized solution were really immense. We would be able to showcase the relevant inventories to the users based on their past interactions data automatically, and more importantly, in a scalable and justifiable manners. The journey of building it was not straightforward though. We faced challenges right from the beginning. First, it was the human resource limitation, as there was a lot of competing projects that require personalization and hence help and support from our data scientists. Then, it was the time taken to build the good AI-based personalization model. In general, there were two types of works that needed to be done. First, prepare the necessary data. We should track the relevant customer interaction data, items metadata or properties, and also the customer properties. This event tracking were to be enabled on both the app and server side, and then streamed to where the personalization model was built and run. Second, build and iterate the models. There were various machine learning models that could be built for the personalization use cases. Despite those challenges, we decided to embark on this personalization journey all by ourselves in early 2019. It took us 5 months to deliver this first personalization model, which was for our experience product. Then, we spent the next 6 months improving the model further, such as adding the location and category filters, and also built another model for our restaurants reviews product. However, things got more challenging when COVID-19 pandemic hit us, as we needed to reallocate our data scientists to work on more urgent projects, such as helping our customer care team in handling the enormous amount of queries from our users about their reschedule or refunds. In the mid of 2020, we came across the Amazon personalized solution. It really came at the right time as we were facing resource constraint that I explained earlier. We spent the next 2 months understanding the solution better and then assessing internally how we wanted to leverage it in conjunction with our existing models and also other appropriate use cases that could benefit from Amazon personalized. There were 3 variables that we used to assess to decide whether to give personalized a try. First, the appropriateness of the use case, whether they were really specific to our domain or industry, hence required customization that could not be supported by third party like AWS. Second, the integration effort and also the support level, how difficult it was to integrate our internal system to the solution, and also how reliable support that we could expect from the partner during the integration. Third, the cost and pricing model, whether the forecast of the cost is on par with our existing model. Based on these 3 variables, we decided that we needed to give personalized a try in the beginning of last year. We went ahead to do the necessary development to integrate with personalized and also another third party. We then devised an A/B test to compare the performance in terms of the click-through rate or CTR between our existing in-house model versus personalized and the other third party. We ran the A/B test between the 3 variants of solutions for the use case of recommending our experience inventories in our mobile app's homepage. After 1 month of A/B tests, the results show that personalized delivered 13% and 66% better CTR compared to the other third party and also our in-house model, respectively. At the same time, in terms of the cost, all 3 incurred more or less the same. Since then, we have been using personalized to deliver personalized inventory recommendation across more products and services in Traveloka, such as flights, hotels, and food delivery. Here is the high level of overview of the solutions we designed to integrate personalized with our app and continuously update our models. To start, our application source system streams and persists events to our general data store managed by the Traveloka central data team. We need the historical data to to kick off our initial recommendations models in Amazon Personalized. We use AWS Glue for the ETL to move data from our historical data store to S3 and transform the data to the required data schema for Personalized. We then train an initial model with the historical data and deploy the model as a real-time API endpoint. Amazon Personalized fully manages the data ingestion, feature engineering, model creation, and the deployment of the scalable real-time endpoint. This endpoint is then consumed by the application to get real-time personalized recommendations for our users. We feed the model with batch imports of daily events with the same Glue ETL process and retrain the model on a regular cadence. In the future, Traveloka will continue to innovate and complete our portfolio as Southeast Asia lifestyle super app with more products and services, and to further advance our technology capabilities in order to bring forth the best experience for our users across the regions. We believe AI-based personalization will be one of the key technology capabilities to bring the best experiences to our users. There are 3 things that we will do in the near future for this. First, enrich the data sent to Amazon Personalized to improve the performance of the existing models. Second, enable the near real-time data sending to Amazon Personalized to enable faster feedback loop. Third, expand the number of use cases supported by the AI-based personalization. Before I end my part of presentation, I would like to share 3 lessons learned from our journey so far. First, ensure that you have the rich yet proper data, such as users' interactions, users' properties, and items' properties. Second, remember that it is a long journey. You need to be patient and always iterating the models. Lastly, leverage the external great partner like AWS that can help you in having that good start in this long journey. That's it. Thank you everyone for listening, and now I shall pass the presentations back to Pedro.
Thank you, Adi. As a final word, don't forget that AWS offers multiple tools for developers to build ML applications, from SageMaker to AWS database integrations. And that brings us to the conclusion of our presentation. On behalf of Adi Alimin, Traveloka, and AWS, we'd like to thank you for your time and hope you enjoy the rest of the sessions. To gain more confidence and hands-on experience with AWS, access our 500+ free digital courses and learning plan, and deepen your cloud skills with digital learning on demand. Validate your technical expertise with AWS, and use practice exams to help you prepare for AWS certifications starting today. Thank you again for attending, and we really appreciate your feedback so that we can better understand the topics and services you would like to know more about. So please do take the time to fill out our survey and let us know what you think.